Good morning, and good to see you both.
Hello. Good to see you.
You know,
we can't see you, but good to hear your voice.
It's good to reconnect on this tip. This is a serious film on many levels. Seth, to break it down, how much body hair did you have to sacrifice in the making of This Is the End?
Very little, actually. I think I went full bore on this one. It was, I gave you the full Seth Rogen experience. I play Seth Rogen in the movie, so I thought it was best to keep it natural.
See, this is the interesting thing about the movie, and hearing what critics are already saying about the flick, that you guys are playing comedic versions of yourselves. And Jonah, you're coming aboard. There's a great cast in this movie. When you heard the idea that you just get to play yourself and just exaggerate that a little bit, what was that like? Is that the big sell for this movie for you?
Well, I think the big sell was that, you know, Seth and his directing and writing partner Evan were making their first movie as directors, and, you know, I really, you know, love these guys and love working with them, and to me it was, you know, I really just wanted to be a part of what they were doing out of, like, love and joy, and you know, then getting to play these really awful versions of ourselves and making fun of ourselves seemed like a really fun thing to do.
Okay, what's fact, what's fiction?
It was, and painful, at times painful.
What's fact, what's fiction with the two of you, with what we actually see on screen as opposed to real life? Seth, let's start with you.
I mean, in the movie, we all play like very dumb, self-centered, kind of morally reprehensible versions of ourselves. I'd like to think in real life I'm a little different than that. Maybe 10%. Yeah. But there's a lot of truth. But I mean, I think some of the circumstantial stuff in the movie is real. Jay Baruchel's in the movie, and the movie he lives in Montreal, and I live in LA, and he kind of feels resentment about that. That's somewhat based on real life.
And Jonah, for you, I mean, when you look at this, you get to work with your friends, and you've got Seth directing in this film. Let's be honest here. He's right beside you. Vancouver loves the man. How did this guy fare as a director behind the camera?
You have to say nice things after that.
Well, he would say awful things about his hometown all the time. That was his main agenda, when he would just be like, so maybe when on action you walk in there, I hate Vancouver, I hate where I'm from. I'm completely ashamed. No, I'm kidding, obviously. He was, you know, him and Evan, who's also from Vancouver.
It's true.
You know, honestly, these guys are just so talented. You know, Seth is made such a big career as a popular, funny actor, and you know, but the guy and his partner Evan are truly been a part of the creative process of so many interesting, great movies, and you know, I think people really should know just how talented they are and how unique they are in their talents, you know?
Thanks.
That's pretty good. That's quite the endorsement there, Seth. Special man moment with you two. Glad to be a part of this one. Hey, listen.
You know, gets emotional on the press tour.
For you, Seth, I mean, being so immersed in the project, starring in it, and, you know, obviously directing and having a part in the writing, how do you know when it's ready for the audience? I mean, clearly you have the respect of your peers, but how do you know the product's ready to say, let's release it, let's put it out there, and see the audience eat it up?
Basically, you just run out of money eventually. That's when it's ready. No, I mean, we test the movie a lot. We show it to audiences a lot to really make sure that we're using the funniest jokes and that the story makes sense. And after we do that, you know, 10 times or something, you kind of, you know, get most of the information that you're going to get, and you really show it to a lot of, again, your friends and your peers, who luckily ours are largely, you know, very talented filmmakers, so that's very helpful. And yeah, eventually you just know when it seems like it's the best it's going to be.
Well, we are looking forward to this. This is out in theaters next weekend. You got stiff competition going up against Man of Steel, but you know Vancouver's behind you both. Jonah, Seth, thanks for doing this.
Going against what? I've never even heard of that. Thank you.
All right, boys. Jonah Hill, Seth Rogen, right there. This Is the End is the movie. This is getting all kinds of buzz. You can follow Seth and Jonah on Twitter right there.